Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Fan Podcast. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at PWF Podcast. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Remember, the parental advisory label is there for a reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of the Pro Wrestling Fans Podcast is dedicated to the memory of Roddy Piper. That's right, folks. This past week, professional wrestling world lost one of the biggest names out there, hero to many. I don't really know what to say after that. A true legend of his time, no matter what time it was, Roddy Piper.
Not okay with death. I've never been, especially wrestling deaths. I just never been that. I mean, we just lost Dusty. And we got Savage gone. We got Warrior gone, and they got Piper now. I mean, thanks to Kenny Crawford for pointing that out to the page, because he was the first one to report it, and he's the reason I saw it. So shout out and thanks for that, even though it was one of the saddest things we could have dealt with. But as a wrestling fan, you just don't want to see any of them go, especially ones you grew up with. Case in point, Dusty, Roddy, and I mean, of course, Warrior, Savage, and countless others. I mean, there's been posts all week of, this one hit me the hardest. I'm shedding tears. The tribute that they did last night on Raw.
Oh, you make a grown man cry.
Amazing.
With that tribute,
I mean, I'm not even scared to say that I shed a few tears, and my wife's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." Like,
leave me alone.
It's not only is it a death, it's this summer it sucked. This summer alone, we lost two huge legends, let alone some others along the way, to the point where it's almost too much to freaking handle. And now you got Snuka with cancer. Hello.
Yeah, this is only our 8th show. The 7th one you'll see on YouTube. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, well,
our 8th show, we're already covering the death of a second legend in this industry.
Right. It's sad.
I'm ready to quit the show. I'm done. I'm taking my headphones off.
I've thought about it. I've actually thought about it.
Maybe it's us. Is it us?
I don't know, because we have some followers out there, but at the same time, the death is almost too much to handle. The fact that they almost canceled our show last time, but they didn't really cancel. I mean, we took it down for safety reasons.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, but it's like, what the fuck, man? And then I know we've covered it in other podcasts, but like, look at all the potentials that we have to look. We don't want to look forward to. I don't want to say it that way, but the ones that are gonna be gone here soon, dude. Nash isn't in the best of health. Hogan.
Dude, again, why are we thinking about this?
I don't want to think about it, but it's all. I mean, everything has been Piper this week. I mean, look at Madison Square Garden. Did you see that? They posted a big billboard for it.
I didn't see the thing.
That's amazing. One of the greatest. I think they said one of the greatest athletes to ever grace Madison Square Garden. So
in a boxing match against Mr. T.
Yeah. See, and then Ronda Rousey, of course, paying tribute.
Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Love it.
Oh shit.
Love it. 34 seconds, by the way. Gotta give a shout out to Rousey.
Oh.
Love some Rousey. It's just, it's hard not to talk about death when that's all, that seems to be the main thing that's happened those past. I mean, it's not even been a week. It's Tuesday today. He passed away Friday.
Right.
So it's like it's hard not to talk about it and think about it when that's the main thing. I mean, Piper's been everywhere. Even Ring of Honor brought up Piper. TNA said Dixie Carter tweeted
everywhere.
something about Piper.
Guys all across the country, probably in other countries too, influenced by Roddy
Definitely,
Piper. All right.
definitely.
I mean, his influence is just everywhere.
There's been all kinds of tweets from all the Mick Foley to Ted DiBiase to the NXT guys to shit. Ring of Honor, like I said, TNA, Dixie Carter said something about it. Like, it's everywhere. He was a huge influence on not just us growing up, but anybody that knew him. And like I said, I don't deal with it well, whether I've met him or not. The fact that somebody passed away has always hit me funny. I can never deal with it.
I get you. But of course, from one side, we only knew him as fans. We didn't have that direct interaction. Right. So we weren't one of the lucky few to have that with him.
Right.
So, I mean,
I can't imagine what his kid's going through.
Well, I got a tweet here from Colt Toombs, his son. My father, Roddy Piper, was a great man and my best friend. I will miss him forever, and I will always try to be the man he raised me to be.
See,
that's from his son.
I don't know how anybody close to him can deal with that. I mean, I've lost family members myself, and I just deal with it in an odd kind of way. I'm not the crying type. It's just shit.
Sorry, if you just heard a loud noise, that was my MP3 player shutting down. I had it hooked up to add sound effects and stuff.
Oh.
Call me a rookie. Go ahead.
No, rookie.
I'm not trying to interrupt your train of thought, but that just happened. And I'm wearing the headphones, so I heard it.
Yeah, I didn't hear shit.
Yeah, you didn't hear shit. So back to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like I said, lost all kinds of family members, and I don't grieve like everybody else. I'm not the crying type. I'm the more of the everybody comes to me and wants to cry on my shoulders, and I'm the one. Oh, it's gonna be okay, and this, that, and the other. Because as far as death goes, I know it's part of life, and we all live on. But as a wrestling fan, you never want to see somebody you grew up idolizing or watching.
You never think your hero's gonna die.
Right.
That's how it is. You never have that in your mind.
Like with Owen, so unexpected, didn't see it coming. It's
that
kind of
was
like a shock.
That was a freak accident. I mean,
right.
We're talking about a man in his 60s, 61 years old.
Yeah. Well, I am kind of happy that they said. I mean, I'm not happy, but the fact that he passed away in his sleep, a cardiac arrest in his sleep. So I'm hoping he didn't feel pain. I don't know, how that's going to work. As far I can't explain death because
I think we all get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's hard to explain.
He wasn't in pain in his final moments. Is what you're getting at.
Hopefully,
yeah.
Yeah. But that's just me. I don't know how everybody else does it. I mean, everybody grieves their own way. So.
I was actually in the kitchen with my kids when my wife comes in. I don't know if I should tell you this. I'm like, what? Roddy Piper just died. I almost said, what the fuck are you talking about?
Bruh. But I tried calling you 3 times.
I know. I was downstairs with my kids. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I mean, kids, I understand. I got 2 myself, so. But it's not like you to not text back or not call, and I'm like.
Right. So my phone was upstairs. I was downstairs. I'm sorry.
It's cool.
I go running upstairs. I see 3 texts from you. I jump on the internet. I'm like, holy shit. She's like, you didn't believe me? I'm like, no, I just didn't believe it.
You have to confirm it. You have to. Because there's so much bullshit out there on the internet. You can't believe everything you see there on that internet.
There's so many bullshit death reports out there.
Dude, apparently, according to the internet, John Cena's died like twice. Undertaker's died. You can't believe this shit. And then, let me just say, TMZ is
He's
not a reliable.
Clone is what he is.
TMZ, I don't know if I want to call it a reliable source or a bullshit source, because 9 times out of 10 when they report it, it's not always true, according to what I've seen. Now, TMZ was the first to report it, so I'm like, oh shit, but this could be a hoax because it's happened before. TMZ just gets their name out there just so they can say, shit.
First, you're that asshole on YouTube. First.
Yeah, but then and I saw NBC.com covered it.
Yeah, when major news outlets actually start reporting it,
right?
Then you're like, oh fuck, this is real,
right? And then I go to my websites that always confirm, like spoiler alerts and shit like that. WrestlingInc.com said it. NoDQ.com said it. Shout out to you guys because they've never been wrong to me ever. Never done me wrong at all.
They've always treated you right.
Right, they never yell back.
They never yell back.
No curfew either. But everybody starts reporting it, and about maybe an hour or two later, WWE came on and said it. And if WWE says it, I mean, it's not the gospel truth, but at the same time, they're not going to say it if it's not true.
They're going to vet their sources.
Right.
They're not just going to be like, holy crap, you know.
Yeah, they're not just going to jump online.
They're going to call somebody and be like, is this accurate? Is this true? What happened?
Like Benoit, when Benoit passed away and did the Benoit incident, we'll just call it. I didn't know anything about it until I got on WWE.com that day. And then that was their first headline. Because when everybody was talking about Piper this, Piper that, I went to WWE.com, and the first thing they were talking about was SmackDown. That was their main headline on the page, and I'm like, well, maybe it's not true.
They could have still been confirming at that point, you know.
Right.
I mean,
getting all their sources or whatever,
and make sure what they say is accurate, and what they say comes off as them not just looking for good PR, you know, stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, which I understand.
You can look back on the post and everything, you know, when the day it happened, and I'm like, well, maybe not, because it's, you know, nobody's confirming this, and then everybody's linking, you know, putting links on the page, and well, these people are saying it's true, and if you go to Wikipedia, it's got his death timeline on it, and I'm like, no fucking way, like, crazy, crazy. I watched They Live that night, had to.
I've got on VHS. I haven't gonna watch it again yet.
VHS. I think you're the only person I know with a VCR.
Hey, I still got a lot of good VHS tapes.
I can tell you what VCR stands for, but I couldn't tell you what VHS stands for.
Video cassette recorder?
That's the VCR.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you VHS.
I couldn't tell you what VHS stands for. But
video something.
I do want to read Ric Flair's quote.
Oh, definitely.
This is from WrestleZone. It actually says TMZ has obtained a statement from Ric Flair. We've shared the ring, traveled the world, maintained a friendship throughout the ups and downs of the wrestling world, and battled to see who was the better heel. It's almost impossible to express my grief. My condolences to his children and to his wife, Kitty. I'll miss you, Roddy. The world will never be as rowdy without you. Ric Flair.
Man.
I don't think anybody could have said it better than Ric Flair on that one. They knew each other for, 30 years? 40 years? I don't know how many years.
Long time.
I don't really even know what to say about Roddy at this point, just other than we will all miss you, sir.
I think you speak for everybody when you say, you know, he's going to be one of the most missed people. I mean, they did a huge tribute for Dusty. Don't get me wrong, but I think because they kept replaying it and reiterating Dusty, only because he was still with the NXT, you know, as a trainer or as a roster, you know, active on the backstage thing. Whereas Roddy was, you know, had moved on. He has done other things in his career, and he wasn't currently doing anything within WWE. So the video that they did last night on Raw, simply amazing. Take nothing away from that. Whoever does that shit in the truck, I commend you 100%.
The music and everything didn't even have to start playing.
Right.
Just showed the kilt.
Yes.
And I'm like...
Yeah, that's it. And like you said, a grown man will tear up and not be ashamed of it because of how much we love this fucking industry regardless. So...
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Rowdy.
Thank you, Roddy Piper, for everything you gave to us and to the wrestling world.
Most definitely.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
All right, here we are for the second segment of episode 8 of the Pro Wrestling Fans podcast. Let's cover some recent news stories that came out. Big A-Dub here posted an article from the Sportster.
Yes.
Top 15 wrestlers who don't deserve a second chance in the WWE.
I thought it was quite funny. I agreed with the majority.
Yeah, you can't argue with it, really, from their logic. I'm not going to read the whole thing. We can post it again for you.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a big deal.
Most definitely.
But it is from July 3rd, so, I mean, take it for what it's worth. I don't care. You know, whatever.
Lightweight recent, not too long ago.
It's not like it was 2 years ago, so it's fairly new.
It's recently updated, but...
Right. Number 15, Sting. Does he deserve a second chance in WWE?
I didn't know he was done with his first chance. Right.
He's still on his first contract with them.
Right.
I mean,
you can't really give him a second if he's not done with his first. I mean, you know we got when you talk Sting, okay? All the hype around WrestleMania this past year. You know, he's got to win. It's his first match, his first Mania. and then you job to Triple H.
Yeah, it was. I think it was just to placate Triple H's ego, maybe Vince's ego, something in that.
You know, if
in
you're
that
not
realm.
born in WWE, they do something to, WWE's the top, motherfucker. You ain't, just like Goldberg. Look what they did with Goldberg.
Fuck yeah, had Goldberg job out.
Job out. He's lost. His first. I mean, he beat Rock his first match. I get that, but I guarantee you that had something to do with The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock is more giving than that.
The Rock-
He always seemed like he cared about what was best for business. Ironically.
Rock and Goldberg, I think, were legit friends, so I think he had a lot of influence as far as putting him over for that Backlash back in 03. Definitely watched that because the promo before their match.
Backlash 03. Write it down.
Yes, the promo. The Whisker Biscuit ball-headed bitch. Oh, my God. Classic.
And the other man says that to Bill Goldberg, and it's not going to be a fun evening for you.
They interviewed him, and they were like, you took a spear from Goldberg. Did it hurt? And he was like, hell yeah, it hurt. It still hurts. Rock is awesome. But Sting, oh my God, it's Sting. Oh my God, he's in WWE. He's showing up on Survivor Series. He's showing up on Raw. They got this big rivalry between him and Authority. Triple H is going to stand up and be the man. The NWO DX thing, 15 years too late.
Yeah, you didn't even have to go there with it. It could have just been, you were the best there, I'm the best here, I'm going to beat your ass.
Right.
That's all Triple H needed to do.
Right.
He didn't have to be like, I'm going to bury the last thing of WCW now.
Right. That was the whole thing. If you remember some of the promos,
done.
They were
WCW is dead. It's not coming back. You saw to it.
Right.
I'm
the reason they're out of business, and I'm part of the roster. This and that and other.
No shit.
And we're putting the final nail in the coffin, la la la. And I had to come out with this weird ass fucking Terminator entrance and shit because I inducted Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Hall of Fame, which, by the way, makes no sense of being in the new video game.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no. No, thank you. If you're gonna put somebody in the video game,
let's delve into this. Why the fuck is he in the video?
I think
game?
it had something to do with his Hall of Fame induction. I want
to be in the game.
I want to be in the video game.
Can you be a secret unlocked character or something?
I don't even want to pre-order it now. I was going to, and now I'm not. No. Happy Halloween? No. I don't want the fucking Terminator. I want candy.
How about if we just make it, a character you can make with a creative wrestler thing,
Yeah, but I wouldn't waste my space. I got to figure out how many creative wrestlers there are because a couple years ago you can make 100, and I still play 15 or 14 rather because of that. 15 you can only make like 25. Ugh. So shitty, and you couldn't download your own music. So shitty. Like if you wanted your character to come out ICP or something. In 14 you can, 15 you can't.
See, I stopped playing at 09. That was the last one I played.
Oh God, dude, I got 14 upstairs.
Sorry, I'm more of a Madden guy now when it comes to playing video games.
Dude, I only play wrestling.
The wrestling games change so much every year, man.
It's
hard to keep up.
They're new creators and things like that.
And I get you could probably make the same comparison to a Madden game, but still,
right? It's cool.
Yeah,
he should have won, and Triple H should have just put him over. And as far as his first and only WrestleMania match ever,
right?
You lose.
The man's first WrestleMania. He's a fucking legend. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
You would think.
The man was a Blade Runner. Okay.
Right. He knew Warrior.
Not
damn
that means anything.
The legend of WCW. Like you think of WCW, and even NWA. I think Flair and Dusty, and Magnum TA, Horseman, that and other. But if you think WCW, first name comes to mind is Sting.
Yeah, Sting was their mainstay. He was one of their top stars from beginning to end. Period.
I compare Sting, like Sting was WCW's version of Shawn Michaels as far as loyalty to the company. As Shawn was loyal to Vince. Yeah, Taker too. But Taker had some history in WCW.
Yeah, for a minute.
Right. With Teddy Long and Paul Heyman and things like that nature, but. Shawn came from AWA. And
he was mean in WCW.
he was
mean.
Booker Red, man.
He was Twin Tower, too.
Man.
Mean Mark Callis.
I'm friends with Dan Spivey, by the way.
Me too.
Nice. Forgot he was Waylon Mercy.
You didn't remember that?
I forgot he was Waylon. I knew it as soon as I saw the picture.
You forgot he was Bray Wyatt 1.0?
Wow.
Yeah.
The Windows 6 version of Bray Wyatt. Why the hell did they go to Windows 10 and skip 9?
Yeah, they did.
They went to 7 to 8 to 10.
Maybe they made 9 and they were like, nah, this shit's fucked up.
To 7, 8, 9.
Oh,
Ha! Anyway, that was terrible. Don't even.
I should edit that out, but I won't.
You could edit that. Somebody will find it funny.
All right.
Brandon.
Number
He's a grown ass man.
Dude, I deleted that. It's not included now.
It's all right. It's okay.
He'll ask what the fuck that was all about.
What was that? Was that
Don't
a
worry
jab?
about it.
Nah, just keep going on.
Number 14 on the list of top 15 wrestlers who don't deserve a second chance in WWE. J-E-double-F.
Oh, Lord.
J-A-R-R-E-double-T. Jeff Jarrett.
I posted this and I forgot he was on the list.
This one, I don't even have to read it. I'm like, yeah, you burned that fucking bridge. You know?
Yeah, you did.
I mean,
when you go out there and create your own company just so you don't have to work for Vince, you're pretty much done.
He would have rather started his own company.
He was the first person Vince fired when he bought WCW.
Yeah, he was. He's like, oh, hell no, you're fired.
What do you say? I think he quoted it on the thing. Double D, double O, or double G, double O, double N, double E.
It says,
like, you're gone. Love it.
Oh, it's not on here. Oh, no, it says, Jarrett is G-O-O-N-N-E.
Gone. Yeah, I think he was the first one. I think the show didn't even start. And he's watching Jeff Jarrett on the cell phone in the back on Nitro, and he's like, remember him? He used to be Double J Jeff Jarrett. He's fired. Like, yeah. Nice.
And I remember it was the night after he lost to China that he jumped ship to WCW.
I mean, yeah, when you lose to a chick, that's your ego, man. You're gonna be. All
right.
But at the same time, it's China.
It was China, though. Yeah.
I mean, she was huge. Like,
she was huge.
Well, I meant to say, like, she had a
huge in China.
she might. I mean, she could be now. Some of the movies, man. Wow.
I don't even want to think about that, man. I do not.
I've seen things. I try to forget.
What you have seen, you cannot unsee.
You cannot unsee this. What happens in China stays in China. Like, oh no.
except for the clap.
Ew. God. You just made that worse.
All right, let's get back to the list. Number 13, Taryn Terrell. Yes.
Oh.
That Taryn Terrell.
Yeah.
TNA's former women's champion.
Sorry.
Knockouts champion, sorry.
Yeah.
She's both terrible in the ring and terrible on the mic, and I don't get her fucking character that they're doing with her right now. Is she a psycho? What? I do not get
the dollhouse chick,
The dollhouse,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
you can't legitimately beat Gail Kim. I'm sorry.
Right.
Gail Kim is one of the best female athletes on
either
roster. Yeah. So, well, I don't say either. Any roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no. I forgot. She was married to Drew McIntyre, Drew Galloway.
Either was or still is. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. But I know they were at one time.
Could wiki that shit, but I'm kind of tired right now. I don't feel like it. Hey, fact checkers out there. This one's for you.
Nice sound effects. All right. But, her pictures were nice to look at.
She's pretty. I'll give her that.
She's done some pictures. They're online somewhere. I'm sure.
I'm sure she's done some pictures.
Somebody will check that out.
I'm sure they have.
Click. Right click. Save.
Double click that mouse.
Right click and save. No.
Right click and save. No.
But as far as a career, another example of just a pretty chick trying to turn into an athlete. It worked for a few and not so many others.
It's that diva search mentality, dude. That's what it comes from.
Like, okay, Christy Hemme. Cute, sexy, nice Playboy spread. I own it.
I bet you do.
Yes. But athlete, she tried, didn't really go anywhere.
She tried, she realized this isn't for me.
Right.
She's an announcer now in
right.
TNA.
That works.
Yeah, it
Ooh,
works.
Look at the pretty girl talking. I like that. That's, she found something that works. TNA actually applaud that. I applaud TNA for
found some place where you can actually be applied in different areas.
Right.
We'll
give you a job and you can get some airtime. It's sad. Christy Hemme gets more airtime than Zack Ryder.
That is sad.
Even though he had a match last night, she still gets more airtime than Zack Ryder. As soon as I found out who he was fighting, I got bored.
And who did he fight?
Barrett.
Oh, you fought Barrett, yeah. King Barrett.
Boo.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
The whole match should have been on Superstars.
I don't know.
It was so pointless.
They need to push Barrett. He's the fucking king of the ring. They need to do something with that.
He is the least impressive king of the ring.
Ain't he?
Least.
Less than Billy Gunn.
Less than King Mabel.
I forgot about
King Mabel, dude. Oh, the worst King of the Ring ever.
He actually went on to challenge Diesel, though, as King of the Ring.
And he lost.
He lost, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you weren't going to put that title on him.
Majority of
At
King of the
that
Ring
time,
winners have been IC champ. A majority.
Yeah.
With I think two exceptions. I could be wrong. Mabel and Brock. I think every other King of the Ring has been IC champ.
Possibly.
Barrett, Booker, Austin, Brett, Owen.
Fact checkers.
Triple H.
Calling you.
You know, Billy Gunn, Shamrock, The Rock.
Yeah.
Nope. Brock was never King of the Ring.
Was never King of the Ring.
Austin.
Triple H was King of the
Triple
Ring. Was he
H.
not? Wasn't he?
Yep.
Owen Hart.
Owen, yep.
Brett.
All IC champs.
Okay.
But I think Mabel and Brock.
Harley Race.
Harley Race?
No.
Now see, was that just a King of the Ring?
I think he was just the king.
Because I think Hacksaw won a King of the Ring too, but I'm not sure.
I think he just took the crown from Harley Race for a little while.
See.
He's like, I'm wearing it now. Ho!
Yeah. But I know Brock didn't get it. King Booker. Well, as Booker T, he was IC champ at one point. Edge. Angle.
You said Angle, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, but the point
is... yeah.
It's got to be a stepping stone to something. You know? He's
nice.
already been Intercontinental Champion.
Multiple times.
Right. It's time to take him to that next level, you know?
I would like to see a British heavyweight champion outside, TNA.
William Regal would have made an awesome World Heavyweight Champion on SmackDown.
Boy.
I mean, the man's got it all. Wasted opportunity.
Wasted.
Pure
That's
and simple.
perfect word for that. No disrespect to Regal as far as...
He's awesome. He was awesome on the mic, awesome in the ring.
He's entertaining, too.
Yeah, and he'd legit kick your ass.
Dude.
I mean...
Just a second.
Anybody that's talked about him, that's an actual wrestler, would tell you. I mean, I'm not just making that up. It's from actual real sources. They would tell you he will kick your ass.
I mean, just the segments with like Jericho and Tajiri and
Amazing.
as Commissioner Regal, still hilarious.
And I like him on NXT as the authority figure there. It's a great role for him. Yeah, as a GM.
Yeah.
So moving on the list, let's get back to topic. Number 12, Montel Vontavious Porter. MVP. Yeah, I can't see him coming back as an active wrestler, just like they say on the article. He's got a knack for talking, so he could make a great manager. I'd like to see him manage the primetime players.
I liked Abraham Washington or whatever his name was.
Until he made that comment about Kobe.
Yeah.
He was fucked.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
I like the idea of them having a manager, and it made sense. Like, I think somebody, I can't remember who, just recently did an article on our page. I'd like to see more managers. I think it was your brother Chris.
Yeah,
honestly.
Maybe. I think it was Chris. Yeah.
We need more managers. And I think it was Kenny who said, the art of managers is dead. Like, since Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Slick,
Fuji.
God, I love me some Mr. Fuji.
Jim Cornette.
The art of managers are gone. I mean, shit, even Sonny was a manager. And
Paul Heyman's still kicking it.
Paul Heyman, I think Paul Heyman's...
But he's not a manager, he's an advocate.
Right. I mean, hell of a one, too. Like I told you earlier, he could sell fucking sand to the desert. I swear to God, dude. The man is brilliant.
Sell sand to Arabs.
He could, right. Dirt merchant. I mean, he could make you...
I mean, people actually living in the desert, not just Arabian descent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He could sell
I'm not
water to a well, dude. I mean, it's...
He could sell water to fish.
Right.
Okay.
You need this water.
You need a drink.
Because I'm the advocate for Brock. Brock. Well, okay.
Lesnar.
I gotta listen because he's got Brock Lesnar.
And he's standing right behind him.
Oh, shit. Yes, please. How much now? Just genius.
Would you see MVP coming back?
As a maybe in the performance center as a
a trainer,
like a Billy Gunn type role as far as getting the rookies in there, but as an on-screen character, probably not.
Okay,
probably not.
Next up, Joni Lauer. China.
Yeah. We debate about this.
Just with all of her baggage that comes from her relationship.
That's a lot of baggage.
It's a lot of baggage. Her relationship with Triple H. her endeavors into
The adult industry.
Triple X.
Nice little segue.
You like that?
Yeah,
That was good. I like it.
All right.
Um,
And then X-Pac, and then
I mean, beyond spending just one night in China, it goes far beyond that.
I don't want to see that X-Pac heat at
I don't
all.
want to see that at all.
No, thank you. Oh God.
Oh, I'm marking the time on that to add a special clip.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You'll like it. No, I have to turn that back on.
Oh, you gotta
sounds.
change that. I see. Well, you got some editing to do.
But I do see her going into the Hall of Fame eventually. I see somebody swallowing their pride and being like, you know what? Damn it, man.
Whoa. Hold on. Too personal. God. You meant to say that, right?
Yeah, not in the connotation that you took it as, though.
Oh, God.
But it still works.
It fits the situation. I think she's the only...
I see somebody just taking it. I mean...
Hey, man. See... I think she might be the only Hall of Famer in Triple X, as far as the adult industry.
There are rumors that Sonny's got offers from some company.
Yeah, but she was Hall of Fame first. Then she went into porn. She's
true.
She's doing porn now.
It could stop her from getting into the Hall of Fame right now in the current PG era. That's the only thing that could stop it.
Right, because if you Google search China,
guess
what comes up? Not WWE.
I'm not Googling that.
See? Google search or Wikipedia. Oh, okay. Ooh, one night.
Yeah, Wiki's information, okay? You can Wiki, fine.
Yeah, but shit. I mean, plus the fact that she said that Triple H abused her during the relationship. Okay, he's the CEO of the company. You're trying to be in the Hall of Fame, man, so that's not going to work in your favor either. So I don't see her going in the Hall of Fame.
An alleged comment there.
Right.
We're not saying that happened.
We have no proof. That's just what
We're just going by what we've heard.
But had she not been involved in the adult industry, and had she not made claims to certain situations, her career itself, being the only female IC champ, being the first female ever to be in a Royal Rumble.
She didn't win it, did she?
No.
Okay.
No. There was a mini Royal Rumble on Raw between DX and the Corporation.
And she won that.
She won that. She threw Vince out last, and she won. That's because they totally forgot all about her being a part of DX. As far as liberating and the female, girls can do just what guys can do, type situation. If she had left this shit alone, as far as porn and the allegations, and just based on her career, then I would say yes, put her in the Hall of Fame. But now that she shows this, adult life industry and shit like that, and the fact that she's Stephanie this and Triple H that, yeah, you pretty much fucked yourself in the ass. Yeah, I said it.
And with that, let's move on to number 10.
Go
the man beast Rhino, former ECW champ.
Now, see, I don't understand why he's on the list, because he's in NXT.
See, all right, yeah, he's in NXT, but I think it means like a main roster spot is what they're talking about.
Oh.
So with that, I can definitely see him not getting a main roster spot like a couple other guys on the list.
Yeah.
So I like what they're doing with Rhino. Help get these younger guys over. Be that veteran in the ring. That they can learn from.
Right.
While you're still able to be the veteran in the ring with them.
Right.
I mean, physically, because that shit's not gonna last forever.
I don't see. I'm like a lot of people. I agree. NXT is the place to fucking be right now. Like, yes, everybody wants to be on the main roster. I've said it more than once. But NXT right now, with the exception of last night's Raw. Raw was pretty fucking amazing last night. I would give it at least an A. I won't go as far as A+ because there was, Zack Ryder was on TV. No, I like Zack Ryder. It's okay.
Woo, woo, woo.
I don't know shit.
Damn it.
I'm not a Ryder fan anymore. I used to have high hopes for him when he was... that whole segment when it was him and Bryan and CM Punk all as champs at the same time, I was kind of proud. I was like, well, look at that. Now, you go to NXT, get with Mr. Mojo Rawley and just do something as a tag team or something.
Find something for him at this point,
Right, just no. But as far as NXT, I, as a wrestling fan, view it as a separate brand, like Raw, SmackDown, and then NXT. I don't... they always want to say NXT is below the main roster. You should work your way up. I think some of the main roster people would benefit from going to NXT. Case in point, Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
Curtis Axel. Oh my God, Curtis Axel.
Tyson Kidd did that. That's what.
Right, and then he
Yeah.
benefited and had like 8 main event title matches, lost them all, but still had like match of the night quality matches.
Yeah.
Then came back up into the main roster and won tag titles with Cesaro.
Yeah, he got to actually show what he could really do
Right.
in NXT.
It wasn't like he was training to get better. It's just he actually got to showcase what he was able to do, and it
Right.
impressed people like, oh shit, we've been shitting on dude.
Yes, you have.
You've been sleeping on this guy forever, and
And
now it's like, well, fuck, if you're that good, come back to SmackDown. I'm like, yeah. It's sad when Natalia's on Raw and you're on NXT. Dude,
That's fucked up.
dude, look what he's doing on NXT. I'd rather watch Tyson have a match with Tyler Breeze on NXT than Natalya versus Naomi or some shit over here on Raw.
It's gonna be interesting what they actually do with Natalya, considering the Divas division right now.
She's been with Tyson ever since he got hurt. So
Yeah, she's probably staying home to be with him.
Yeah.
For at least a little while.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably like the next month or so, I'd say.
But yeah, with Rhino being there on NXT though, I think I just saw a match they're gonna do. I think it's tomorrow night. It's him versus Samoa Joe.
Ooh.
Right? They actually had a commercial for it on Raw, promoting NXT. Rhino, the Man Beast versus the Samoan. They changed it. It's not Samoan Submission Machine no more.
Bastard.
It's Samoan Manhandler or some monster. I don't remember.
Samoan Suplex Machine?
They can't mix the two. Now, see, I did segue off of that when Taz went to TNA and started managing Samoa Joe.
That was awesome.
That was like, holy fuck, that's perfect.
That was
Perfect.
just a stamp of approval from
But
Taz.
it didn't last.
Yeah, it didn't last.
And then Samoa Joe fucked up all. I mean, he didn't do it. Whoever booked it, fucked up the Main Event Mafia by putting Samoa Joe in it. Because the whole idea of Main Event Mafia was legends in the business holding all the titles. Well, Samoa Joe, he's not exactly a rookie, but he's not exactly
not a legend
legend
at that
status
point,
either. Great wrestler, known in the indies all over. But as far as, Kurt Angle, Sting, Nash, Steiner, and Booker, come on. And all 5 of them were champs at the same time.
Was Booker there?
Booker was there. Yep.
You
And
sure?
Sharmell. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Main Event Mafia.
Oh, okay.
It was the last thing I liked in TNA.
See, that's TNA. I wasn't really up on that at that point.
Sting was the leader as a heel. and
Heel.
his champ. And then Booker had, I think it was a TV champ. No, wait. Booker and Steiner were tag champs. Harlem Heat meets Steiner Brothers.
I just
And
don't see that combination working.
It's up. And then they had a Legends title. It didn't last that long, but Nash had that.
The Silver Fox?
It was weird. And then Angle had one of the belts, and Sting was heavyweight champ.
Angle might have...
Oh, yeah. Angle had all of the belts. At one time, Angle had every TNA title.
Was he the
X Division?
X Division champ?
Possibly. I don't remember exactly. I know, but I think Cruiserweight when I think X Division.
Yeah.
But then TNA always said
No
it's
limits.
not about no limits. It's
Yeah.
not about weight limits. It's no limit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he was. I know all 5 of them had a belt at one time, and they just pretty much ran the roster, kind of like NWO, but only 5 instead of 617. No Vincent.
No Vincent.
no
Vincent.
Renegade. We can talk about Virgil on a whole other episode.
Yeah, Virgil. All right, just going to skip ahead a couple people. Number 9 and number 7. Drew Galloway and Mr. Anderson. Both of these guys. All right, Drew Galloway, he started off hot in WWE.
Did he?
Cooled off real fast and wound up as part of a 3-man band. Kennedy, he pissed off the wrong people in WWE.
Orton and Cena.
I don't see either one of these guys coming back.
No.
I think they've both found a good home in TNA.
I mean, Galloway, shit. You start off 2-time IC champ. You were endorsed by Vince McMahon.
Yeah, endorsed by Vince as the future.
Right.
Yeah.
You're the man, like what Triple H is doing with Rollins right now.
Then they book him in a feud with
Teddy Long. Making him
What the
embarrassing Teddy Long and shit. No. I don't know. I love his entrance music. Still do to this day. Great theme. Great entrance.
Yeah.
But
The guy's got the look of a champ.
you're going to make me play air guitar. I'm leaving. I'm sorry.
What about Anderson?
Anderson, charisma as like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, talented athlete in the ring. I mean, you know, some of the shit he hit, you know, he was entertaining. But apparently he was accident prone. And I don't remember if he hurt Orton or Cena.
I think he hurt Orton.
But whoever he hurt went bitching and crying to Vince or Triple H.
Ironically.
And
Orton.
then says, you know, okay, you're too dangerous in the ring. You can't do this. You can't do that. And he actually cut a promo in TNA. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I didn't see it.
Where he's talking shit about Triple H, and he was like, "Oh, they said I can't chew gum. And they said I can't do like this. They said I can't walk, talk, and eat and do this shit." He was like, "This is what got me to the business, and that's why I'm still here." And he was TNA champ at least once. I think everybody gets it at least once.
Especially if you come from WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Jeff Hardy title. Just put that out there.
Oh man, that's
looked like a bad.
It looked like a Divas title.
You remember Legends of the Hidden Temple?
No,
on Nickelodeon?
No.
The big Olmec statue, the big face.
Oh yeah, no, but go ahead.
Yeah, well that's what Jeff Hardy's title looked like. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, kudos to you. You had a good childhood. Mr. Durbin apparently has no clue what the fuck I'm talking about. Did you watch Nickelodeon at all when you were growing up?
Yeah, but not that goofy shit.
What else was there on Nickelodeon other than goofy shit?
Fucking Ren and Stimpy.
That's a knife. I'm talking about during the day.
Oh,
You didn't watch Guts?
I was out during the day and doing shit.
Like what? You were like 9.
Played outside.
With what?
I had friends.
What is that?
Exactly.
No, anyway. I had friends too, damn it.
All right.
I was busy calling women. Well, girls
at
the time.
10 years old.
Yeah, I'm a pimp.
And they hung up on him.
I didn't say we talked long.
Yeah,
We just talked.
Hi, this is Adam. Click.
Can I get some sugar? Does your mom have any milk I can borrow?
Give me some sugar, baby.
Give me some sugar.
Let's
Fuck you,
jump
haters.
back to number 8. Bully Ray is on this list.
Bubba!
Yeah, Bubba Ray Dudley, Bully Ray. See, on the article they make the point that his in-ring days could be over and he'd just be taking up a spot from a younger guy that could take that spot from somebody from NXT or something.
Right.
I could see that. If you're just gonna bring him in and not bring in the Dudley Boys.
Yeah. It doesn't work for me without the Dudleys. Like when they did the roster split and Bubba went to Raw and Devon went to SmackDown.
Testify.
No. And then when they got back together, Survivor Series 2002, one of my favorite of all time pay-per-views. If you want to look it up, every title changes hands. All of them. If it was on the line, and they dude, some of the great matches on there. But anyway,
you could probably check that out on the network.
I like Bully Ray. I like Bubba. It's $9.99, and it's free for the month of what is this? August now.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well,
damn it.
I thought July just ended, so it's still early August, and
yeah.
But this year's going by too damn quick.
Ain't it? Anyway, what were you gonna say?
You need the both. You need the Dudley Boys, not just Bubba, not just Devon. You need both. I didn't care
it's
for.
Not the same at all. You could bring in Dudley Boys, and who's his chick? Madison Rain. There you go.
Boy.
Improve your Divas.
Now I thought Bubba was with Velvet.
Or Velvet Sky.
Velvet Sky is the hottest fucking woman in pro wrestling.
I can never remember their names, dude. I'm sorry.
Ah, Velvet Sky. My wife gets mad at me when TNA comes on, and I try to watch it.
She used to date the Hurricane.
She did.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah, Shane.
Good for you.
Shout out to Shane.
Shout out to Shane Helms for that brief, awesome time in his existence.
Which follows us on Twitter, by the way.
He doesn't follow us on Twitter. We follow him.
Oh, we follow him?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Strike
that. Reverse it.
Savio follows us still.
Hey, Savio.
That's cool. Shout out to Savio Vega.
Nice.
But
yeah, if you can give me both Dudley Boys, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Just Bubba, make him a trainer or at the Performance Center or something like that.
Or even both of them in the Performance Center if they don't want to be in the ring anymore.
Hey, primetime players, this is what a tag team looks like.
Yeah. Show them all the belts.
You see all these? All 16, what was it, 22, 23 times?
Look at these. ECW,
WCW,
WWE, WWE World,
TNA,
IWGP.
Good God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most decorated tag team since the Road Warriors, I believe.
Yeah. I think we just had a debate online about that, too. Everybody talking about Shout out to Daryl Ward, by the way, who actually putting some insight on the page. Finally, after I added him about a year ago.
Way to comment, Daryl.
Yeah, he's getting people thinking though, and it's appreciated.
Yeah,
you know?
it's for get the conversation started.
He had the idea of a roster split and involving if WCW was still around, and
I kind of like. We're gonna go totally off on a tangent. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they brought in WCW as another brand.
Yeah.
Put it on Wednesday night, 9:00.
If they knew what to do with it and didn't give it to Vince.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just have your people behind it.
And like Daryl said, Bischoff ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, have him as a GM.
Boom.
Right.
Oh my God, dude! If they would have let the new ECW been run by Heyman instead of having a fucking voice in his ear and telling him what they wanted to do.
I said that for months, man.
The first episode of the new ECW was awesome. Look, it spins. Love it. RVD's getting the ECW title from Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is the only person that should have had that because, Rhino being the last champ, unless they had Rhino. But Rhino was in TNA, couldn't do it.
Yeah. He could carry it to the ring, but couldn't show it on TV.
They even tried to hire Rhino out of TNA, and Rhino burned the contract live on TNA. Didn't call Vince out by name, but he said, you bastards up north and all this shit. And it's like, whoa. He burned it in a garbage can on TNA and said, fuck y'all, pretty much.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the first episode was awesome. So if you had Vince and Triple H doing Raw and SmackDown, I guess Triple H is doing NXT, give Bischoff all the rights. Well, I mean, you have to answer to Vince eventually. But, creative control over Wednesday Nitro.
See, I don't even think he was a creative mind on WCW, was he?
I mean, for the longest time he was. For a long time. The birth of NWO and all that, that's all Bischoff.
Yeah.
After Bischoff left, it was, I think, Russo.
Oh,
Russo had a big hand.
That was when it died, yeah.
And Russo killed it, and then they had to bring back Bischoff. Bischoff couldn't save it. Yeah, and then...
Fuck Vince Russo and everybody who looks like Vince Russo.
If there's one person I would smack the fuck out of and just... Fuck you for killing wrestling. It's Vince Russo.
Vince Russo.
But even though he's credited...
Venom. Yeah, you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Livewire. Yeah.
WWE magazine back in the day.
Yeah. Even though he, he's credited for most of the shit in the Attitude Era too, with all his creative ideas and shit. And
which didn't transfer over to WCW.
Not at all. He tried to bring his ideas over there, and I'm sorry, but you can't. What works for Stone Cold Steve Austin is not going to work for Norman Smiley. I don't care what you try to do. Sorry, the hardcore division in WCW was a joke. Norman Smiley with a football helmet. Oh, that's creative.
Sorry.
That'll put buttons in the seats.
You're missing Crash.
Dude, you named Sandman Hack. You suck.
Because they considered him a hardcore hack.
You suck.
Yeah.
Now Crowbar?
Fine name. Yeah.
But
David Flair? Wait, never mind.
No. Brian Knobbs. Shout out, by the way.
Shout out to Brian Knobbs. Which, sir, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on the show sometime. We'll get you on Skype, whatever.
Whatever we need to do. We're going to start doing some guest appearances on the show.
Yeah, we'd love to do it. If you're any level of wrestler out there, you want to be on the show, you can practice being on our show. That's fine. Before you're on, ESPN.
You're more than welcome. Yeah. But yeah, dude, the hardcore division just ass. Just ass.
Yeah. Let's get back to them.
Yeah.
Next on the list, Bobby Lashley. They were using him good in WWE for a while there, but I think he wanted to do MMA too, and they wouldn't let him, something like that.
Yeah, I don't.
TNA has a. They might still have a relationship with who is it, Bellator? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think he's found a home in TNA just like Galloway has. I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah,
What do you think about Mike Tyson there? I mean, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I mean, you mean Black Lesnar?
Black Lesnar. That's fucked up.
I liked Lashley. He had a strong when he first started. Had a good
My name is
following.
Bobby.
He was U.S. champ, and I think the last time I was impressed with him, he had a title shot against Cena, and Cena just shit all over him by hitting an FU off the top rope.
Oh.
And
fucker.
Yeah, it's got to be Cena. Cena wins all the time.
Kicks out at 2.
Cena wins.
Superman.
But, they picked their golden boy long before, Lashley had promise.
Who put Lashley in the dryer? Fuck you, Triple H.
See, can't do it. I mean, like I said, he had some, as ECW champ, you beat Big Show in the worst Hell in a Cell,
excuse me.
Elimination Chamber match.
Excuse me. He was the WWE ECW.
WWE ECW.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we'll put it that way.
Yeah, put it that way. He would never have beaten, say, Shane Douglas. Look
right.
at that.
RVD. Sabu. Sandman.
Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy. Yeah.
Raven.
No, of course not Raven. Oh my God. But yeah.
Rhino.
Right.
In ECW.
Mike Awesome.
Fuck Mike Awesome.
I like Mike Awesome as ECW
Fuck
champ.
Mike Awesome.
Fuck that 70s guy, Mike Awesome.
Fuck Mike Awesome for wanting to drop the ECW title in the WCW garbage can like Alundra Blaze did. Paul E. had to fucking sue them to not get them to do that shit. Fuck Mike Awesome. Fuck him up his stupid ass.
He's dead.
Fuck Mike Awesome.
Like I said.
I don't take it back.
But, I liked him in the beginning.
Sorry that you're dead.
It's cool.
But fuck you.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear you.
You're right. You can't.
I liked Lashley in the beginning, and then so after the Cena thing, and then TNA, no big thing. Him and Angle was the only match that even showed any kind of promise. I'm a heel dominant champ now. It's like, okay, we've done this. I don't care.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you. I think he beat, who was it, Eric Young?
EY, yeah.
Yeah, and then he lost to Kurt. So it's like, it's no big to me. It's like, you know what? Show up, don't. I don't care.
Yeah. It's TNA. They book strangely.
Yeah, I don't know who.
We've talked about them. It's black hats and white hats. It's not a fucking hard system.
I don't understand.
It doesn't have to be more difficult than that.
I don't get it, but, sure.
It's like you're moving a couch and you're going to take the fucking legs off. You're making it more difficult than it has to be.
Stop it!
Number 5 on the list of the top 15 guys that shouldn't come back to WWE, Kurt Angle.
Disagree.
Yeah, I have to strongly disagree. With that in every single regard. If Kurt Angle was to call Vince McMahon right now and won a contract for when he's healed from his current injury,
yes,
send him that contract via FedEx.
Sign it.
Right.
Sign it now. Just only if they put you in the Hall of Fame. Sign it.
If only to a long build towards a match with Rusev.
Dude. If that's only... Okay, Taker. Well, until this year.
Taker wrestles once a year.
Right. Sting apparently wrestles...
twice this year.
Right. Sting apparently only wrestles once a year. Give Kurt Angle the exact same contract.
Yeah.
Give him a Legends contract and let him make appearances and promos and shit whenever he wants. If you don't do that, you don't want him on TV, backstage.
Because that man is destined to be in the Hall of Fame.
The greatest athlete.
And keep him on even as a backstage agent, Working with guys,
Something. The greatest athlete the last, 10 years?
Somebody wants a new submission hold, they come to either Kurt Angle or Dean Malenko.
Or Daniel Bryan.
Or Daniel Bryan. Yeah. Bryan.
Golly. But
he knows 2004. 2005. My bad.
Kurt breathes, eats, sleeps wrestling. So, I mean, at the beginning, he was, that goofy ass. He only had 3 eyes and shit, and you just wanted to hate him.
Yeah.
And then, that whole Ed shaved my head, now I'm wearing a toupee and shit. And you're like, this goofy motherfucker.
That was awesome.
Then he makes Hogan tap for the... Kurt Angle's only the second person in history to ever make Hogan tap.
Ooh. Who's the other one?
Lex Luger.
Lex Luger?
Torture Rap. Yeah.
I'm very disappointed.
Yeah. Nitro. Well, it was either Nitro or one of the WCW pay-per-views, but
Thunder.
Yeah, it might have been. I don't know. But Luger was first, and then Angle was second.
It pains me that Lex Luger is the first person. That should have been Ric Flair. Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Flair's never beat Hogan. They fought it a couple times. The first time was epic. Sherry gets involved. Jimmy Hart got involved. But, yeah. Leg drop, 1, 2, 3.
Sad.
Shouldn't have happened. Should have happened at WrestleMania 8.
Yeah.
Should have. But nobody wanted a job to the other.
Instead of
my ego's too big.
Hogan.
My ego's bigger. Fuck you. No, fuck you. I'm not laying down for you. I'm fucking Ric Flair. Well, I'm fucking Hulk Hogan. I don't care to fuck who you are. Yeah, back and forth all day.
Savage says, I'll job to you.
Actually, Savage won.
Hey, Savage did win.
Flair said, you know what? Fuck you, Hogan. I'll drop the belt to him. Just because you're a douche. You racist douche.
Oh, I didn't expect us to talk about Hulk Hogan.
You know what? It's our podcast. We can say whatever we want. Hulk Hogan, Chris Benoit. Oh, my God, I said them both. Sue me now. Wrestling. Oh, it's forbidden. You
Shit.
son of a bitch.
You motherfucker, you said wrestling.
Those are words you can't
You didn't say
say.
sports entertainment.
Screw you, Vince. I'm going to say what I want. I love the sport, not you. So, blah.
Yeah. Next on the list, Matt Morgan. The man's retired. He's even said he's retired. His match against Bram, however you say it,
Bram.
a couple months ago or
I
weeks
don't even know
ago.
who the fuck Bram is.
Yeah, he's just some random dude. I've never heard of him. He just came out of nowhere.
He was in Aces and Eights, I think.
Oh.
But other than that, I don't know.
That shitty biker gang stable. Good
I
job.
don't follow much of TNA, so I mean, any TNA you bring up, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay.
Ooh, and TNA and Aces and Eights' newest member is Taz. Fuck. What? Anyway, he's fucking retired, so I don't even know why he's mentioned on this list. Yeah, he's even said that his match against Bram was a one-shot thing, so his son could see him wrestle. Which I'm like, yeah, that's fine. You know, you're still in shape.
You were the
One more match.
blueprint of TNA. You had a gimmick. You had the look. You had the build, the body, and shit.
6'10", 300 pounds.
That's
Beast.
probably why they gave him the job they gave him. Like, oh, you look like a wrestler. You could wrestle. He just never got. I mean, when your finisher's the big boot. 6'10", 300.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Your finisher's a big boot?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're
That's
gonna
what it was.
Gonna make fun of a man for using a big boot for his finisher?
Big finisher.
Fuck you, red and yellow.
He didn't leg drop afterward though. He didn't put his hand to his ear and imagine that people were cheering him when he was really high on fucking.
Boo.
Yeah.
Are you saying boo or boo earns?
I was saying boo earns. But hashtag Simpsons.
Number 3 and number 2.
I was just skipping some, man.
No, that was number 4.
Ah.
Yeah. Number 3, Matt Hardy.
God.
Which I'm only gonna say 2 words about Matt Hardy.
Fat Hardy.
I was gonna say Marty Jannetty. If the Rockers were brothers, Matt is Marty.
There's always a Marty and a Sean of every tag team, and if there was ever another Marty, it would be Matt Hardy.
Truly Matt Hardy. He will never, ever
Hashtag Jericho.
surpass his brother in being the top Hardy. No way, no how. Not gonna. I know they say it's not a competition, but it's a fucking competition.
I didn't even like Jeff. I mean, I know we're gonna get to Jeff, but you're right, of course. Yes, Jeff was former TNA champ, former WWE champ, IC champ, European champ, hardcore champ, multiple-time tag champ.
Right.
But I myself never saw why he was so popular. He's a daredevil. I
The
get
ladies
it.
love him. He takes his shirt off. Or
For
whatever.
what? He was skinny as shit.
Yes, he is a little twig. Or he was.
Fucking
Him and his brother put on some weight. Not that I have any room to talk, but Jesus Christ, your job is to be in shape.
When Savage said snap into a Slim Jim, I always heard Jeff Hardy's body going, like, you little twig, you son of a bitch.
I'll give him props for his match against The Undertaker. All right. By the way, Jeff Hardy's number 2, so we're just going to continue
Just
this.
ease on into that?
Ease on into it.
I mean, okay, so many mistakes made by Jeff Hardy. So many drug addictions.
Right.
You
You can only fuck up so many times before they're like, we're done with you. Sorry.
dude, the
Never
match
again.
with Sting and TNA.
I didn't see it.
Oh.
Am I worse for wear for not seeing it?
No,
Probably
you're better
not.
off probably just hearing about it.
Yeah.
As far I don't recall exactly what he was on or what he was either drunk as fuck or high as a kite. Tried to fucking have a title shot against Sting.
Probably high as a kite.
Didn't even walk down the ramp right. Just kind of
Purely
stumbled his
speculation.
ass.
God damn, I'm going to get sued.
But yeah, that was a clusterfuck. The pyro incident on Raw because he didn't understand to move the fuck out the way. Somebody, oh, this is a setup. No, you're a dumbass. And he's out with injury because of a motocross incident.
Yeah, he was doing motocross like in his backyard. Basically, he's got something huge set up.
Oh yeah, he's got a huge ramp set.
Yeah.
He owns like all this property and shit.
Don't do shit that's going to get you hurt when your body is your literal moneymaker.
You're right.
I mean, that's stupid.
I will go back to Matt. I did like the Mattitude facts. I did like the version 1.
Yeah, I did like the V1 thing. When he had Shannon
separated.
Moore and the Moron. That was cool.
It was cool. I mean, I like the Matt facts. Matt likes mustard and, all the shit. I did like the whole storyline that he had to drop weight to become a cruiserweight and then challenge Rey Mysterio for the title.
Which, yeah, that actually made sense as a angle,
Right.
know.
But this whole I'm stronger than death and I'm better than this and I'm a legend. Calling yourself a legend does not make you a legend.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
You're not a wrestling legend. Yes, you're recognized. People know who you are, mainly because of your tag team with your brother Jeff.
Yeah.
Not because of you're the greatest wrestler alive, because you're nowhere near it. You shouldn't even say it. As far as a singles career, you were WWE CW champion, European champion.
He held the silver belt. That's good. That's right.
He was US champ for a while.
Yeah, multiple championships on his own, which I will give him that.
Yeah, but never the big rig like Jeff.
And you're never coming back to WWE. I think
the highlight of his career was his rivalry with Edge over Lita.
And that was straight up real shit.
That was the highlight of your career. When you came back and we thought you're supposedly fired and holy shit, it's jumping him in the back. Like that was to this day we're still not sure if that was planned or is that kayfabe or what. But
I think maybe the first time it happened, it was real, and then
they saw what it was and they're like, okay, let's bring him back.
We can make money with this. We can make Edge with this. Fuck you, Matt.
Edge became the better person because of it.
Right.
Went on to become Money in the Bank and the fucking champ.
And that was their whole plan.
Hall of Famer.
They weren't going to do anything with Matt Hardy. That wasn't going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell that their plan was to book Edge strong, have him come out on top.
Right.
And he did.
I mean, look at. Okay, go back to No Mercy '99. Their famous tag team ladder match. The first time ever a tag team ladder match. Out of all 4 people, there's only one person in the Hall of Fame.
Edge.
Not Christian, not Matt, not Jeff. It's all.
Yeah. They loved Edge. Yeah.
And the ladies used to love him and shit. And then,
Lita loved him.
Lita loved him enough to leave Matt.
Oh, I don't.
Damn you, Adam! Like.
The best shit was Matt calling in on to Bite This or whatever it was when she was on talking to Cole or somebody.
She was talking to Coach.
Yeah.
Jonathan Coach.
Here you are, airing all of our personal stuff.
No, it wasn't Coach. Was it Coach?
I thought it was Cole.
Maybe a very young Michael Cole. I have to look it up.
It doesn't matter who it was.
Now I want to say Todd Grisham, but I'm not sure who it was.
Maybe Todd Grisham. But either way, it was just him calling in, which I don't think they would have let him through.
Mm.
So that could have been, known by them.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been planned entirely. I don't know.
But the things he was saying to her, they had to edit out, and it's like, well, shit. He was like, fuck you, Amy, and all this. Whoa. Like,
he called her Amy.
You can't call her. And then you just break the kayfabe, like, you know what, fuck it, Amy. Like,
or maybe it was like, you know what, vent.
Right. So why, open mic, say whatever you want. Well, why'd you fuck Adam, Amy? Like, oh, wow. What? Like, if you're a 16-year-old kid and you don't know what the fuck's going on, it's like, wow, this shit is real. And that got you attached to the whole storyline.
Shit just got real.
Boy.
So can you say anything else about the Hardys?
Too many title reigns.
Too many title reigns.
Too many title reigns.
Yeah.
Anytime they won the tag titles, I was pissed.
Yeah.
If they beat Edge and Christian, I was pissed. If they beat the Dudleys, I was pissed. Thank God they never won a TLC match. Edge and Christian won both.
Really?
Yes. 1 and 2.
See, they like Edge better.
1 and 2. Yes. There was a 3.
And no love for Captain Charisma.
There was a TLC 3, but that was won by Benoit and Jericho. That was on Raw. It was an awkward TLC, but it was nice. But the Hardy Boys, thank God, never won. I myself, you guys could love the Hardys out there, I don't know, but I've never understood the hype around the Hardys, ever. They'll never be on my top 5 tag teams, ever.
Yeah, they're not on mine, anywhere. You know what a blonde-haired and brunette brother team I would like to see in WWE? The Young Bucks.
Young Bucks, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, we just did the pose. Fuck yeah. You be Matt, I'll be Nick. Fuck yeah,
I'd
dude.
love to see those guys, and man, that'd be awesome.
I love it.
Just have them show up, super kick.
Can you do it? Can you do it like what's his face on fucking Ring of Honor? The ring announcer. God damn it. I can't think of
Kevin
his name.
Kelly?
No, the other one. Damn it.
I don't know.
Oh shit.
I haven't watched
Super King! Love it. I can't think of his name. Oh, I'm going to hell.
See, they need to raid Ring of Honor,
God.
sign the Bucks, sign Mike Bellett, and bring back Maria.
Yes. The Kingdom. Love the Kingdom. I follow Ring of Honor more than I follow TNA. Am I wrong for that?
No, you're not.
Jay Lethal is a fucking beast, and I'm gonna dude. I've
Yeah.
said it before. If you can sign anybody, you get one contract to sign anybody in Ring of Honor. Jay fucking Lethal. Jake Lethal in NXT.
Jay
done.
Lethal, main roster against CM Punk.
Mad. Surprised he didn't make that list. I know who number one is.
No. Come on. If he called him up tomorrow,
You think
They'd have a
they'd welcome
contract.
him back after
They-
walking out? I
they'd
mean,
welcome
they
him
did
back.
it to Austin, but only because Austin was good friends with JR. JR had pull with Vince.
but they make money with CM Punk.
I think a lot of people gave up on Punk, though. I mean, it's been over a year. It's been almost 2 years. Well, no, almost 3.
I don't know.
It's been way too long. So I don't know if people would mark out or not. Like, oh my God, it's Punk. If he'd have come back when Paul Heyman came out to his music that one day, and then he sat down
It was
in
in
the middle of the ring and
Chicago.
cut a Chicago would be the place to do it if they did it.
No. They hit his music in Chicago. He comes out of the front row.
Oh, and they didn't know he was
He's in the
sitting
front
alone.
row wearing a hoodie or something.
They didn't know it was him.
Who's this guy
shit.
jumping the railing? Oh my God!
It's like somebody like injures Brock or something, like somehow injures Brock.
Right.
Paul Heyman needs a Paul Heyman guy to fight somebody,
We've had our
random ass
differences.
person. Looks at his hand. What time is it? Like, oh shit!
It's clobbering time.
Hit the music.
CM Punk against Seth Rollins.
CM Punk versus Rollins, Ambrose, fucking even Reigns right now. I'd be all right. Neville, dude, that match with Neville.
And see, he's still fresh in everybody's minds.
Yeah.
All right.
Sami Zayn.
Oh, CM Punk and Sami Zayn.
Awesome.
Well, what I'm saying is he's still fresh in everybody's minds, and his body's fresh now.
Kevin
You know
Owens.
what I mean? He's had Kevin Owens.
CM Punk versus Kevin Owens. Take my wallet. Take my wallet. Yes, check yourself and don't piss in my seat. But yes. Oh my God. So, fucking Finn Balor.
Finn Balor.
God. So much potential right there.
Oh.
And it's pissed off because I know you've seen the thing. They actually interviewed him and asked him what he thinks about the NXT. All these rookies coming up out of the Indies, and he was like, it makes me proud to be a former wrestling fan and all this shit. He was like, but it's funny because I got fired for doing exactly what they're doing right now.
Right. He was an indie guy trying to be himself.
Mm-hmm.
Try to be that indie guy in WWE.
Right.
And now that's what they're bringing in.
Right. And then like Daniel Bryan, he was like one of the few people he could get along with. And then, of course, we all know the curse of the IC title. We can bring that up.
Hey,
if we
Ryback's
want.
hurt now.
Wade Barrett got hurt. Daniel Bryan got hurt. Ryback's hurt. And I don't want Miz as champ. So.
I want to see Big Show as the IC champ.
He's had it.
Yeah, but he needs
But
a
he
belt
lost
right
it.
now. Big Show is the biggest man on the fucking roster.
You know who needs
He
the
should be
IC
kicking
title?
everybody's ass.
You know who needs the IC title? Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose?
I would say Reigns only for the fact that he's like seriously over with the young kids and the fan and the women, and that would help motivate him. But I like the idea of Dean Ambrose because Dean Ambrose stands out as somebody different. Nobody else is doing the crazy guy gimmick. Nobody's that Mick Foley / Pillman / Piper, gimmick right now. Roman's that I'm cute, I'm muscular, cheer for me because I have muscles and I have, whatever the case may
The
be.
Rock's cousin. That's got to be something.
I'm
right?
Samoan, so love me, blah, blah, blah. I don't see Bray Wyatt ever needing a title.
Yeah, he's...
The fact that he just has main event matches with main eventers is enough for me. Like, he doesn't have to have a championship to prove that he's beastie in the ring. You got a clean victory over Daniel Bryan. You've beaten Orton. You've beaten Cena.
Yeah, he's really
Shit.
different as in his character doesn't need him to hold a title to make him. You know what I mean?
Just like Jake Roberts.
Right, Jake. Well, fuck, did Jake ever hold any titles?
Not in WWE. AWA, yes, but not in WWE.
Not in WCW either.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Didn't need it. And he's a Hall of Fame main eventer.
Jake Roberts.
Right. It's the promos are eerily similar.
True.
But
back to the list. Number 1 of the top 15 guys who should not ever get a chance to come back to WWE, the Great Khali. And we're done talking about that.
You should have never been in WWE. You know why he got a job? Because he's in
big.
fucking Longest Yard.
Yeah.
That's why.
Kevin Nash and Goldberg and Austin were in it and they're like, hey, you should try out. And he did.
No, he shouldn't. How do you cut a promo when you can't speak English? I get that, but the Great Khali says...
I'll be curly. I'll let you live.
What? No, I can't. I don't even like...
Coming to the Ring by Adam Sandler.
He had, what's his name, Rajan Singh or whatever?
That was it's an actual WWE writer guy.
Yeah.
That's not something.
He was his translator or whatever the fuck it was. And Khali says that and then, the Khali kiss cam. And
that shit was
your world heavyweight champion, and you beat Undertaker in your first match. The fucking slap in the face kind of shit is that? I was not happy. You chopped him and he fell down.
That was his finisher.
And I'm like, what?
Face.
I'm like, get the fuck up. No, he chopped him. So? Pissed the fuck off. Really? And the good fun fact about Khali, he debuted on SmackDown and beat Taker the same week that Umaga debuted on Raw and beat Ric Flair.
That makes me sad.
Yes.
That Umaga beat Ric Flair.
Yes. Yes. With a thumb.
With a thumb?
Excuse me. Armando Alejandro Estrada. Like,
Jesus.
Who the fuck is that?
So that's a manager right there is what that is.
He was good at what he did for the little amount of time he did it.
Like 2 weeks.
And then I'm like, wait a minute. That's Jamal from 3 Minute Warning. Like, I had to look. Like, oh, fuck. But there's your top, what was that, 2015?
15. We got off on a lot of tangents on there.
Yeah, we usually do.
I got 2 more stories I want us to cover in this segment. Then we'll get on to the final segment where we'll discuss
if they're not asleep
the
by now.
top finishing moves.
We're
our favorite finishing moves of all time. Let's see. Article from WrestleZone. Brad Maddox and Adam Rose are forming a new heel tag team. It's apparently going to be called Beef Mode.
I'm sorry.
Apparently they cut a promo before the match bashing how out of shape the fans are. I'll post the link to this. Everybody's probably seen it already.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they're obviously in shape. It's fine. But it kind of looks like they're doing the Body Donnas meets Billy and Chuck.
I read somewhere that Adam Rose was going to go back to Leo Kruger and join the Wyatt family.
He did say like bye-bye or something on Twitter.
Right. So I'm guessing he dropped the Adam Rose gimmick. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather see you as Leo Kruger, though. Not as a tag team with Brad Maddox.
I'm willing to give him a shot. I didn't see anything of Maddox in the ring.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to give it a shot.
I mean, you could Google some of this. I'm pretty sure he's had some. I don't know if he's had any success as far as, I'd have to look that up myself. But there's another case. Put Adam Rose and Zack Ryder tag team. Why Brad Maddox?
See, I don't know. I mean,
I'm not sure. Maybe somebody knows that he's got a great.
Maybe they wanted a heel tag team, and these guys work better as heels.
Maybe.
Keep Zack Ryder a face.
But he's still not doing nothing.
I know. Bothers me too.
Where's Kurt Hawkins at?
Fired. Future endeavored.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Johnny.
So we'll see what happens with Beef Mode.
Beef Mode. You can come up with a better fucking name.
Right. Is it better than the BDC? Is it? Which is worse? Poll for the fans out there right now.
Oh, God.
Which is worse? Beef Mode or the Beatdown Clan?
With all the racism going on in the world right now, which is just totally, totally sad, Beatdown Clan does not sound like... Anything with the word clan should be banned from the English language.
Well, I think
That's just terrible.
I think they were going for like some sort of a Wu-Tang Clan kind of thing, and the name and the symbol thing they had. But other than that, it was like, what the fuck is this?
Terrible name.
Right.
Terrible name. Beef mode. It sounds like some stroganoff or some shit.
Shit.
Honey, what are we having for dinner? Beef mode. Oh, sweet.
Oh, awesome. Is there noodles with that? Because that sounds good.
Open face beef mode. Jeez, the fuck.
Open face beef mode.
I can give them a better.
It probably comes with wieners.
Dude, if you took Adam Rose and put him with Curtis Axel Rose. Better name than beef mode.
And with that, let's go on to the next news article.
Go ahead.
Finish out this segment.
Go ahead.
Fuck.
Whatever. Shitty ass name.
Apparently, the WWE's can't. This is another article from WrestleZone. Gotta respect WrestleZone.
Yes, sir.
They're canceling. It looks like they're canceling Swerved
Already,
because of. I
hadn't heard this one. News to me.
The reason being given is because talents have been complaining about the show and its practical joke nature. No shit.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, but these guys are there to work. They're not. I mean, this is a serious thing they're doing.
Well, yeah.
If all you're gonna do with them is fuck with them all the time, you know, the guys rib each other. So I've heard.
Yeah.
Pull jokes on each other.
Right.
But don't fucking film this shit.
It's not Jackass.
Yeah.
Like
you're making it Jackass. Jackass meets GTV.
You know. Hashtag GTV.
Bringing it back.
Nice. I mean, I remember when I first saw it, I'm like, it's Jackass meets wrestling, and Johnny Knoxville.
It's Jackass with wrestlers instead of Jackass Crew.
It's not. I mean,
a silly prank. Haha.
I mean, they've been ribbing backstage. You know, if you read any wrestling book, they'll tell you, pranks are played all backstage all the time, especially rookies. But
Big Show on Chris Jericho's podcast said that a prank he got from Brian Pillman, he would go in somebody's bathroom, just stink it up, basically.
Light it on fire.
And leave.
From Big Show, that's pretty...
The last time, he did it to Vince once.
Oh, God.
Only once.
Oh. I'm reminded of that whole Eddie versus Big Show rivalry with the sewage truck.
Oh, dude.
And then he sprayed Big Show with the leftovers, as you want to call it. Yeah.
That was probably from Vince.
That's payback, motherfucker. Oh, you want to
You're doing this.
You want to play dirty? I'll get dirty. Like, wow. So, yeah.
That's all the news we got for tonight. Remember, the next segment is going to be the last segment of the night. We'll discuss our favorite wrestling finishers. So stay tuned.
What is a juggalo? A Hulkamaniac. He power bombs motherfuckers in the thumbtacks. People like him till they find out he's unstable. He sabooed your mama through a coffee table. What is a juggalo? A juggalo. That's what it is. Well, fuck if I know. What is a juggalo? I don't know, but I'm down with the clown and I'm down for life, yo. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
Welcome back.
And we're back.
Fuck. Working on my annoying radio guy voice.
No. It's working.
It's working.
Nice. Got a face for radio.
I do.
That's lovely.
Remember, caller 9 wins like nothing because we're not that kind of radio.
1-800-999. What was it?
1-900-454-HULK.
Not today. I'm good. So we're covering finishers.
Yes, in our last segment at this show, we're going to talk our favorite finishers of all time. I'll let you start, sir.
I got a top 25. I don't know how many
top
you
25.
got.
I got about 15.
Oh, all right. So if I cover something you already got, I guess we'll just go down
scratch
the line.
it off. Yeah, it's fine.
All right. This is in no particular order. It's just my opinionated order. There are reasons. There are, just because I like it or the effects it had or whatever it was.
Come on, bitch. Get started.
You know what? Suck a foot.
Yep. I don't know how to respond to that.
Feet are fucking disgusting. That's why I say it. Number 25, the spear. Because everybody does it.
All right.
But yet it's effective.
Do you mean like Goldberg? Or do you mean Edge's running hug?
Now see, Goldberg, Rhino,
gore. That's gore. That's not
Still
the
a spear. Still a spear. I'm talking, let's add Goldberg, Rhino, and, okay, even Caitlyn had a decent spear. Even though she was hitting on AJ, it still looked sick as shit. But when, like, Big Show does it...
If the other person knows how to take it, make it look good,
yeah,
that really makes it.
When Big Show does it, yeah, he's 500 pounds coming at you, but he doesn't.
He's 450.
He lost some weight.
Slim down.
But, I mean, I understand it's 400.
Pants don't fit anymore.
He's still a big boy coming at you with a spear, but it looks terrible. Like, at least when Edge did it, it looked like he cut you in half.
Yeah.
Big Show just looks like, oh, I tripped and... Whoops, sorry about that. I tripped and fell into you, and now you hurt. Don't care for
the
that.
weakest one, I think, was Christian's.
Christian tried to beat Edge.
Like, what?
Right after Edge retired, he tried to do all that.
It was just an
shit.
homage to him, and too soon.
Not that great.
Yeah.
The Goldberg spear, probably the best. Poor Nunzio. Watch the 2003 Royal Rumble. Poor Nunzio.
I didn't want to think about it.
God. Or Little Guido, as
Guido.
we refer to him as, being hardcore ECW fans. Number 24, we brought him up earlier. I'm going to bring him up again. The Lethal Combination, Jay Lethal. Very creative, and only because it's so low. The only reason it's low on the list is because it's not one of those everyday scene. If you don't know, if you haven't watched a Jay Lethal match, I would hope most of you have. But if you haven't seen it, it's pretty damn beastie. He's ROH heavyweight and television champion right now, so he's obviously doing something right.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best they have over there. So that's why I picked that. 23. The pedigree. Not Seth Rollins is trying to do it like Triple H, but Triple H mastered that bitch. That was the move. Like, nobody else did it before, Triple H. I mean, maybe they did. I don't know.
I don't think so.
But Triple H perfected it. Whether they did or not, it became known as Triple H.
It's his move.
And then he handed it off to Seth because they got rid of the fucking curb stomp, which is epic. But
concussion prone.
I get it. Never hit it on Dolph.
Did you ever see the botched pedigree?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, when he fell, like his feet were in the air.
He lands square on his
his fucking noggin, dude. He was just that. Yeah, that was nasty. I think it's either it's under YouTube as like the best pedigree or the worst pedigree on ever. So I'm not sure.
I think the title of the clip when I saw it was Triple H murders this guy. It's brutal.
It is sick. It is sick. 22. Only because he won so many matches with it, and he was known throughout the world. Household name. Mr. Red and Yellow, Mr. NWO, Mr. Leg Drop. I'm just going to say
it's a leg drop, man.
It is, but he was like 303 his whole career. That's 300 pounds coming down on your neck and face.
Not really. The way you drop it is you actually land on your other leg, so you're not dropping your weight on your opponent.
I mean,
you get land on your hip and your other leg.
You get the majority of the back of your knee in your neck, and it's just
and your knee's like hooked.
But for whatever reason, it sold, it worked, and it got him multiple title reigns. He beat Savage with it. He's beat.
This was the '80s, man.
Piper with it.
Somebody had a drop kick as their finisher. Come on.
I mean, the what was it? The Arn Anderson? No, not Arn Anderson. Spinebuster.
Spinebuster.
Tully Blanchard used the suplex with the ropes. Oh
yeah.
That was his finisher. You're talking about an era with elbow drops, sleeper holds, and figure fours, and Boston Crabs. So yeah, but for some reason that was.
Don't sleep on Rick Martel.
Don't sleep on Piper. Piper uses a sleeper hold too.
Sleeper hold.
And it's on my list
It actually
as well.
can put you to sleep.
Yes, it can.
It's part of the name.
So that's on there also. 21, Bionic Elbow, Dusty. You gotta give the elbow. I mean, back in the NWA, you get hit with that's pretty much over. I can't tell you how many times he knocked out the Horsemen with it. Took all 4 of them out every night. Just
who was the last guy to take a Bionic Elbow?
Cody? No.
Dean Ambrose.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe it was after a match or something, but yeah.
Okay. Number 20, we're gonna go figure 4. Just simply because like what I said with Mr. Red and Yellow, Flair numerous wins, numerous title reigns with the figure 4. Also, he did somebody else. I think it was Valentine.
Great. Yeah, Valentine did it. He wore a special brace to fuck up your leg even more.
Boy,
which I don't know how that would even.
I mean, with the pressure, putting your ankle across your knee and pushing down with the other. Oh, dude, it's just sick.
Yeah, it's gotta do more, but I don't know.
All right. 19, Randy Savage elbow drop. Just
it's just a classic move. Yeah.
It is. That's what he's known for. I mean, there's the Shawn Michaels elbow drop, but it wasn't a finish. It was a setup to the finish.
Every elbow drop now from the top rope to me is just an homage to Randy Savage.
Right. I mean, CM Punk obviously did the
he
whole
did
stance and everything.
He had the tights.
Right. So that was epic. I was very impressed with that. But yeah, putting all your weight coming down, couldn't beat Warrior with it, but hey, that's all good. It's probably my favorite match at WrestleMania 7, by the way.
Yeah. I can't think of any others at 7.
Hogan and Slaughter.
Yeah, I can't think of any others.
I said his name. 18, Jackhammer.
The Jackhammer?
Yeah.
It was beastie.
It was different. I mean, a suplex with a twist, and nobody did it better.
And then Billy Gunn started using it.
Billy Gunn tried to use it, and it wasn't as effective. And
it looks better from Goldberg.
Right. It was just impressive. It was.
If Roman Reigns used it, I'd be like, yeah, it looks right.
If Big Show used it, oh my god.
Yeah, but when Goldberg used it, he snap you down with the suplex part.
It had some athleticism to it.
Yeah.
With the twist.
Big Show would just be dropping you down and landing on you.
I wrote this twice, so I don't know why. I'm just going to go ahead and skip that.
Say it twice.
No, I already said that. I'm going to go with the Outsider Edge next. Razor's Edge, Outsider Edge.
Yeah.
Because when he first came and hit it, some random ass jobber named Mark Smith or some shit, it looked like he killed him.
Yeah,
and Vince.
Is that the one where dude flipped over?
He just folded over and just laid there. And I think it was Vince on commentary. He was like, "Oh my God, get somebody out there! The man needs medical attention." And
see, that is a jobber right there.
That is
he made
brilliant.
You look good.
That was brilliant. Then we're gonna go. It's a 3-way tie. You got the Diamond Cutter, the RKO, and the Ace Cutter. It's all Ace Crusher. Sorry, it's all the same variation. And I do like the way Randy Orton's getting. Better with out of nowhere, the RKO out of nowhere. The videos online, I don't know if you've seen any. Some of them are hilarious.
The video montages, somebody trips and falls, RKO!
Right. Oh my God! Diamond Cutter, dude, just anywhere, anytime, raving through a table. People, Evan Bourne flipping with the RKO and then just sick.
Neville, what was it, WrestleMania?
Yes, off the ladder.
Yeah, Neville, then Kofi right away.
Bray Wyatt took one last night on Raw. Out of nowhere. Just turn around. That was it.
Then Sheamus got a spear.
Yes, that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. Here's Sleeper Hold. I even took it one step further and put $1 Million Dream on there.
That's not really the same hold.
It's a variation. I mean, Sleeper Hold, I think Brutus Beefcake. I think Piper, $1 Million Dream is a variation of it, but he was the only person that did it.
$1 Million Dream's like the Cobra Clutch. It's
similar,
set up different.
Right.
You're actually holding on. You're holding onto one. Your left hand is holding their right wrist, and you're reaching under their arm and holding the right side of their neck.
Mm-hmm. So you're pretty much choking the guy out with his own arm.
Yeah, but in Sleeper, your forearm is under their chin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an entirely different move.
Right.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right.
It's very similar, so yeah.
Right. Next on my list, not today's version, but case in point, Jake Roberts DDT. For the longest time, once you got hit, that was it.
Yeah.
There was no kicking out. There was no, oh shit, he kicked out at 2. No. You sold that bitch because that was the fucking DDT. And
you took a DDT from Jake the Snake. You were not getting up.
He signaled for it. You took it. That was the match. That was it. And as soon as if you countered out of it back then, you're like, holy shit, how'd he do that? Nowadays, you get hit with a DDT, you kick out at 1. I don't care for that.
Cena.
Thank you, Cena.
Or even a couple, a month or so ago, probably 2 months ago, when it was Dolph Ziggler and Neville.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph took a sick DDT.
Oh, yeah.
didn't sell it the whole match. Steve Austin brought up on his podcast, you got to sell that DDT,
right?
Sell the neck injury after that, man, because that was a fucking vicious DDT.
That's the one with Heyman.
Yeah,
and they were talking about why nobody sells anymore, and Heyman brought up the whole great concept of if Mark Henry hits you with I forget what movie he said. He said if Mark Henry hits you with this and he pins you, and then for weeks and weeks you use that move and it pins everybody's going to be afraid of that move.
Right.
Genius. But now
Mark Henry locks in a headlock. And
that's right.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah, you tap out to a fucking headlock from Mark Henry or Big Show or something. Oh shit, and you're scared of the headlock. But yeah, nowadays the art of selling isn't what it used to be. Next on the list, I put Mandible Claw.
I forgot about the Mandible
Mick
Claw.
Foley, Mankind. I mean, at first I'm like, what is he doing? And then they said, I think William Regal, there's a thing on the network, Top Finishers or whatever. And Regal explained it, and he said, underneath your tongue's the mandible or whatever. You apply pressure, and it hurts. And it's like a nerve or something to the point where it hurts to the point where you go unconscious or some shit. And I always thought, why don't they just bite his finger?
I always thought that too. But apparently you can't.
Right. Like you're stunned or something.
Yeah,
and
because it hurts so bad. And that move was actually created and designed by it was the doctor from The Fugitive, the actual guy that was the Fugitive from the TV series and the movie.
Okay.
Dr. Richard Kimball.
Oh.
He was a wrestler for a time,
and
he created the Mandible Claw move.
Wow.
He's a fucking doctor.
Well, that makes sense because Foley outside of the ring is a genius and probably did his homework and that's probably where he came up with it.
And Foley was looking for something different too, so
right.
Kudos to Foley.
Because he was doing that whole elbow drop off the ring apron to the.
But that's Cactus Jack.
Right. He's like, I can't do that forever. I have to come up with something else. So that's where that comes from. Next on the list, Rock Bottom. Only because it's The Rock. I mean, I was a huge Rock fan in the late 90s, early 2000s. And some of the ways he would just come out of nowhere and hit it. I mean, you can watch WrestleMania 15, 17, and 19. Just classic variations throughout. Austin selling it like crazy.
Yeah.
So, huge fan of that. I've always been a fan of the powerbomb. I don't care who hit it. Whether you want to call it the jackknife, you want to just call it the sit-down Batista bomb, you want to call it whatever. Sorry about that. It's my phone going off. But we're live, so
deal with it.
La-di-da.
Well, we're not really live, but you know what I mean.
I just like a good powerbomb, and I always have. Sid Vicious loves the 6'9".
Sid Vicious would fucking kill you.
God, who's the man? Like, just
you.
Awesome. Next, F5.
Brock.
Dude, when you get...
I'm scratching another one off the list. Dude.
Ask Mark Henry about Brock Lesnar. Ask Rikishi about Brock Lesnar. Dude, if you can lift, just to be able to pick Big Show up. Like, okay, John Cena can do it. But John Cena ain't flipping you
he's not
midair.
Spinning you around.
And that impact is just, fuck it. I'm forcing your ass to hit the fucking ground. Like,
it spins.
Right.
I'll keep this Big Show.
Right. Thank you. Then I went ankle lock. And, you got the Jack Swagger. You got the Ken Shamrock. I'm talking Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Boy.
Yeah.
I like the Olympic Slam, but the ankle lock was it. And then if that wasn't enough, if you weren't tapping, he grapevined it and laid down and held it, and you were not going nowhere, and you knew you had to tap.
Yeah, Shamrock brought it with him from his former job.
Right.
And
then people with Mr. Dana White.
Who?
Dana White.
What?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
That one person.
Oh, that one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about you later, Dana.
Hashtag asshole.
But yeah, Shamrock brought that with him, but Kurt Angle really
perfected it.
I don't know if you would say perfected. I mean, you're just twisting a guy's ankle. But he won most of his matches with that move.
Right. I mean, they did call it the ankle lock, and then they changed it to the angle lock.
Yeah.
So it's like, named it after him anyway. All right, here we go. Top of my list. Number 6, Canadian Destroyer, dude.
Canadian Destroyer's sick.
That is the best pile driver variation I've ever seen in my life. That shit.
Yeah.
It takes 2 to do that shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Petey Williams is a fucking monster for that. Then I'm going GTS.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Night,
yes,
night.
yes, I give credit to CM Punk. But you got to give it to Kenta first.
Yeah.
Hideo Tommy, whatever you want to call him.
Was it
He did it first. It's Hideo.
It was Hideo Tommy's move?
Yeah.
He should use it now.
He has, and they fucking pop like crazy when he does it. But he's only done it like once to Tyler Breeze, and it was a house show.
He needs to break that out in a title match.
Boy.
Right?
Yeah, alright. Crippler Crossface.
You mean the crossface?
Well, I'm just going to... It's still wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm going to say Chris Benoit's Crippler Crossface.
All right.
Even though Cesaro's been hitting it, and I'm very, I love the fact that he's added the sharpshooter and the crossface. Like, if he don't get you this way, he's going to get you that way. Like, You're a genius. You're a beast. But Benoit, once he had that on, that was it. And love it. Sharpshooter, especially Brett. You can call it Scorpion Deathlock if you want. I was very confused to watch Sting versus Brett in WCW because who's better? Who's variation of, same thing. Owen did it. Natalia does it. Tyson Kidd done it. Cesaro done it. But the originator, Brett was,
I don't think any of them, though, do it the way that Brett and Sting did it.
Yeah.
When The Rock did it,
yeah, it was ugly.
It was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You gotta lock that thing in.
Yeah, he only did it. I think he started doing it only just to get pissed off or Mankind at Survivor Series, just to make fun of Brett and Austin or Brett and Sean.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know where Austin came from, but Brett and Sean's.
Well, damn, son.
Yeah. Number 3, Tombstone Piledriver. Taker better than Kane. Kane's looks like he just drops you.
Yeah, he looks like he's gonna drop you.
Undertaker, over the years, it went from over the shoulder to dropping you down to holding you, putting you down, planting you, then letting you go. So I think WrestleMania 25 or 26 jumped with Shawn.
Yeah.
And just KO the fuck.
I think it depends on the guy that he's fighting too, as far as what he's able to do with dropping the tombstone.
Right.
He's able to just put you over the shoulder or hold you right in front of him too.
Right.
That's got to be a factor.
Right. But it's a lot of victories and probably a lot of the reasons why the streak ended was so long. It's 22-1 now. So yeah, they keep forgetting to say 22. They keep saying 21-1.
What's that one? Who's that one? Oh yeah, Brock.
So we got to my top 2 now, and of course Stone Cold Stunner. Dude, everywhere, anywhere, everybody. I don't care if you're Alliance. I don't care if you're main roster. Put some stank on it, drop you on that stack of dimes you call a neck. What? Just
the best stunner ever taken was Vince.
It was terrible.
It was amusing as fuck, dude. Come on.
No. Best stunner.
He'd shake and convulse.
Because he was so, oh my god, and the JR's commentary on top of it is just making it like he's going to the fucking hospital. Like, oh my god, he hit him with a stunner.
He's dead. Just
best stunner ever.
Shane take over the company now. He's dead.
WrestleMania 18, Scott Hall. He kicked him, hit him with the stunner. Scott Hall falls back, comes back, kicks him again, hits him with another stunner, and he falls back on his ass.
He probably fell back again because he was drunk or something.
I'm
just messing with you, Scott Hall. Don't sue me.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Number 1 all time. You call it super kick. I call it sweet chin music.
When Shawn Michaels does it, it's sweet chin music.
Dude.
When the Young Bucks do it, it's super kick. There you go.
Love it. Super kick party all day long. But Shawn, case in point, that match with Shelton Benjamin, Rey Mysterio.
Dude.
And out of nowhere, dude.
Super kick out of nowhere.
Super kick out of nowhere. Randy Orton, Triple H. There was a triple threat. It was Cena, Shawn, and Triple H. Bell rang, he super kicked Triple H out of the ring. Like, yes! Epic.
What else do you do?
There was a Survivor Series. It was 5-on-5. I remember it's DX, Shawn and Triple H, the Hardy Boys, and CM Punk versus Rated RKO. And, I don't remember everybody, but I remember Mike Knox was on the team.
Oh, jeez.
The bell rang. Shawn super kicked him, pinned him, looked at Triple H. Who was that guy?
We'll see him at TNA, don't worry.
It was terrible. So that's my top. That's my list. Super Kick's number 1.
I don't have an order to mine. I just put a bunch of finishing moves that I thought was cool from, back in the day to now. I'm going to go with the guy who really used it the best, the full Nelson from the Warlord.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm going way back with that one.
Wow.
When he locked that bitch in, you were locked in the full Nelson.
Oh yeah, you ain't getting out of that.
I mean, the Masterpiece did it good, but yeah.
He sold it like it was you couldn't break it like for the longest time, and I think it was Lashley who finally broke it at the end, and then it was like unimportant. And then he tried to hit it on then somebody next week, and they broke it, and it's like, oh, it's not even important.
Great,
anymore.
now you need another finisher. Good job.
Masterpiece Master Lock Challenge was important for maybe 6 months, and then
yeah.
Let's
see, Kevin Owens in a pump up power bomb. That thing's beastie.
It's nice, but I missed the package pile driver. I'm sorry, they won't let him hit it.
They won't let him use it. The pile driver's banned.
He tempted it in that first match with Cena, and we were so ready. Please hit it, and then he threw him off to the side, and it's like, oh, what? But yeah, the pump up power, another power bomb variation. I'm cool with.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
I'm gonna give the ladies some respect on this one. Charlotte's figure 8. Twice as good as her daddy's.
I love it. Love it.
The bridge is nice because it's that extra.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was my phone. Go ahead.
Yeah. The bridge gives her that extra.
The extra oomph to it.
Yeah, the extra oomph to it, and it just looks good.
Right.
And you're not going to move as easily locked in her figure 8 as just a regular figure 4.
She made Nikki Bella tap out to it last night, so I'm hoping for a future title shot.
It's always nice when Nikki Bella taps out.
Ask John. I don't know.
She was probably helping him feel better after his nose.
I hope he can't breathe.
the chant of "Thank you, Rollins." He broke a guy's fucking nose. That's not something to cheer about.
They chanted, "Thank you, Rollins."
Sick bastards.
Hey, you know what? He smiled. He was like, like he knew.
You see his shirt, and it said, "You can't knee."
Yeah, it says "Never shuts up," and on the back says, "You can't see knee."
You can't see me.
Great shirt.
Next up, another move banned from WWE: the Burning Hammer. Brutal.
Yes, it was.
You're gonna kill somebody with that move.
Pretty much. I have another move. If you don't cover it, I'll bring it up in a minute.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Go ahead. I probably won't cover it. What do you got?
The Steiner screwdriver.
The Steiner screwdriver.
Do you remember that?
It was a stalling vertical suplex into a tombstone pile driver.
Yes.
Boom.
Many. He made it. I think he was calling himself the career killer or something. But he put like 3 former world champions out with that, and then if that wasn't enough, if you didn't if you wasn't satisfied with your knockout or whatever, he put you in the Steiner recliner, and your ass was either out or just if you had any life left, you tapped out. Oh my god,
that move was just one fuck up away from killing somebody.
Right. And he kept using it and was proud of it. Like, I'm knocking motherfuckers out left and right. Hold up, if you hear me.
Murder somebody, Scott.
Killing people. Poor Rey Mysterio. Like, if he ever. Oh, God. Oh, shit.
I'm not sure if he used it as a finisher, but I am damn sure that Shane O'Mac stole it from him.
Uh-oh.
The Van Terminator from Rob Van Dam. Jumping across the ring to kick a fucking garbage can into your face. Or a chair.
If Bill Alfonso's holding the chair for you.
But yeah, I mean, just the hops it takes to do that.
Right. Oh my God.
RVD skills right there.
RVD.
All day.
Amazing.
I was trying to narrow it down to who I like doing the moves. So I couldn't really name a guy, but Shooting Star Press from anybody that's capable of doing it. Even fucking Billy Kidman.
I was gonna say, you hate Billy Kidman.
Fuck you, Billy Kidman.
Billy Kidman.
Brock. Never do that again.
Yeah. See, that was his finisher before he made the main roster, but Minnesota Wrecking Crew.
Yeah.
But him and Sheldon. But yeah, it's pretty when somebody pulls it off. Evan Bourne?
Evan Bourne, yeah.
Evan Bourne did it.
His was crisp.
Elix Skipper?
Elix Skipper did it?
I think.
Probably.
But the main one, with the first person I think of is Billy Kidman, like you said.
Yeah, he called the 7-year itch, too.
Yeah, when he was in the flock. I liked him in the flock.
He's just twitchy.
He looked dirty and shit.
Cracked out.
But then he got, filthy animals, and you just couldn't get away from that dirty. Either you looked dirty or you were called dirty. Just
They changed his dirty-looking shirt to just a
white
fresh,
beater and
clean
shorts.
White beater, yeah. CM Punk's Pepsi plunge. I can't believe you didn't think about that one.
It's in the game too.
It's in the game?
a pedigree from the top rope.
Yeah, it is a pedigree from the top.
It's sick. It's in the video game.
Another move that you're just gonna kill somebody if you fuck it up. Yeah.
If you haven't heard about it, if it's not on your list, the Styles Clash.
Styles Clash.
AJ has broken like 3 necks.
Yes.
Because it's not his fault. They don't tuck under when
you're supposed
lands.
to tuck
right.
Yeah,
you're supposed to
lift
look
your
up,
head towards.
But they look
his
down
legs, basically,
because they're used to hitting this part of their, Yeah. But when he's got you underneath there, it's injured like 3 people.
You land on your belly, basically. Yeah.
Right, you have to go up, but you can't because his legs are here, so you're not really trying to like headbutt his ball sack or nothing. You're just, but you're just be safe. You're trying to as much impact here.
Hold on to the bottom of his legs and
right.
put your head there.
And instead of hitting
straight
this
up
like you're used to, they're hitting that. So
they're supposed to hit their front and their stomach and.
Thank you, because they can't exactly see what I'm demonstrating right now. But
you're motioning like we're on video.
Instead of hitting the back of their neck and their head, you're supposed to hit your chest and your stomach, and their head goes the opposite direction. Yeah, and that's what fucks them up.
They're
bending
the wrong way, basically. Yeah.
Right. But AJ's the one gets in trouble for it because he's.
Why are you doing that move? Why did he fuck it up?
They tried to ban it, but he's best wrestler in the world right now. So shit.
Yeah. Speaking of power bombs, The Undertaker's last ride. Ugh.
Yeah, I always said if Big Show did that, that'd be sick. He could.
Big Show could do that.
If he wanted to.
He should do that.
Why doesn't he do that? Call it the nail in the coffin. Dude, just end your life. You're fucking 7 foot tall. You have the ability to pick up just about anybody in the WWE. I don't see you doing it, Mark Henry or somebody.
Brutal moves, yeah.
But if you do it like Taker did it, in a top rope in the corner or something, and just lift them up while they're hitting you like the 10 punch in the corner, just pick them up and just drill them as best you can.
He could probably put somebody on the top rope and choke slam them from the top.
I've seen him do it.
Something like that, yeah.
I've seen him do it. He took him from the top. No, Undertaker did it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Taker used to do it all the time.
Taker took somebody from the top rope and threw him outside to the announce table. I think it was Shane McMahon, actually.
Was it Shane?
I think.
Maybe it was Hardy. Maybe it was Jeff.
See, for some reason, I'm thinking there was a 6-man tag. It was Triple H, Shane, and Vince versus Rock, Kane, and Taker. Tell me that doesn't sound like one-sided as a motherfucker.
It does sound one-sided.
But he fucking took Shane. He's standing on the apron. He takes Shane off the top rope, and the table's over here, and he just launches his ass and puts him through the announce table. And I'm like, oh my God!
They could have almost been like, Paul, do you really want to choose a side?
Right. Like, wow.
I had to scratch off somebody from my list.
Shane took some bumps, though, man. It was crazy.
Shane, the bump through the glass from Kurt Angle, dude. King of the Ring. I tweeted that to Kurt Angle, and he was like, yeah, thanks. I'm like, best memory of Kurt Angle ever.
That's crazy.
I'm like, dude, Shane and Vince, I'll give it to them. They were always willing to do what they asked you to do.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I got another one for you. I just thought of. Well, actually, shout out to my wife for thinking of this.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Was that your tweet? Was that your text?
That's my text. The Vertebreaker.
The Vertebreaker. Shane Helms. Fuck yeah.
Yes. Good. Thank you, wife.
Or what did Homicide call it? Didn't he call it something else? The 187 or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
187.
Either way, I think Shane Helms did. I think Hurricane did it first.
When he was Sugar Shane Helms.
Sugar Shane Helms.
And he came out with the girls and Vertebreaker had his own little theme song and shit to it. You can Google that if you want. I'm not allowed to play music.
I'm not gonna Google it, but I'll take your word for it.
But yeah. Decent.
Next up for me, I didn't even add other people to it. Just the Diamond Cutter, man.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you were going RKO with it.
Well,
it's the Diamond Cutter for me.
He did it, yeah. I mean, if you want to get personal, Ace Crusher was first, but DDP made it.
DDP could hit it from anywhere. He'd have you up in like a fireman's carry, snap you over, Diamond Cutter.
Yes, he's done that.
Yeah, and that's Mark Marrow stole that from him and became the
TKO. Yeah. I mean, you get the crowd involved. You get the hand sign everybody can do and shit. And you get that, Illuminati shit going on. Thank you.
Jay-Z.
Thank you, Hova. But, get the crowd involved. They love it. And then, of course, they're going to pop when you hit it. And it's a great move. And I think, how many times? 3 times world champ?
Yeah, 3 times world champ.
Yeah. So
I hear a child screaming.
yeah, I got 2 of them.
Oh, it's not
No.
there. Maybe it's outside.
Cartoons or something.
That's cartoons.
But definitely DDP, Diamond Cutter. I mean, like you said, if you think WCW, you think Sting, you think Goldberg, NWO. But if you think WCW finisher moves, Diamond Cutter is the first one that comes to my mind. So, most definitely.
And without DDP, though, you wouldn't have the Diamond Stud.
Scott Hall.
It's Scott Hall.
Yes, sir. Marlboro Man. Yes.
I got 3 more. I'm going to finish it up, though, with... can't believe you didn't go here. Tag team finishers, man. The Dudleys, the 3D.
Yeah, you're right.
When they reunited on Raw, they should have done their first 3D back together on Spike.
That would have been it. Just bring it back like old school. First person.
Didn't we do this already? Yep.
Yep, let's do it again. Loved it.
Ahead of them, though, the Doomsday
Device. Knew it.
Yeah.
But
depending on who they hit it on,
yeah,
Hawk was gonna rip your fucking head off.
Oh yeah. If you were pissed, like, oh my god, okay, when they beat the Nasty Boys for the tag titles, they hit it on Sags. Sags took it, sold it. It was a nice pin and everything else. It was just a match, and they won the tag titles. They celebrated and all that. When they had that rivalry, when they came back in like '98 against the Godwins, I hated the Godwins. I get the gimmick, but to name him Henry O. Godwin,
Hog and Phineas
I. Godwin, pig.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's genius.
And they're with Hillbilly Jim.
Ha. No.
And Phineas did the mule kick.
They hit Henry Godwin with a, I forget how they did, but they almost broke his neck. And
Don't piss off the Road Warriors,
he
man.
was so pissed off, like, oh my god, you're trying to end my career, la la la. Then when they finally got healed up again, they challenged him for the tag titles. Hawk did it again. Hey, fuck you, bro.
It's clear Hawk had a problem with Henry Godwin.
Like, screw you, bro. Animals lifting you up, and that's it. Now, you wasn't doing that shit on Natural Disasters.
You're not lifting those guys.
But you hit that shit on Money Inc. or the Beverly Brothers or the Heavenly Bodies. Shit.
All right, there's videos of them hitting it on jobbers.
Oh, yeah.
Dude's got his neck wrung. He's flipped over three or four times.
The impact from the clothesline hurts worse than the impact hitting the mat because the mat is padded.
And Animal is flipping you up with it.
Animal's just like, Bob.
He's lifting your legs off of him.
Watch. Who is it they fought? SummerSlam 92. They come out on bikes and they got, what's it?
Paul Ellering with them?
Ellering with the fucking dummy and all that shit.
That dummy.
Yeah. And I forget who they fought, but you can see when they hit the Doomsday Device, Animal just gives no shits. He just just flips him over. And Hawk's all pinning him like fucking lateral press, like, with his tongue out and shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, wow.
That's Road Warriors of old, though, man.
Love it.
That's Road Warriors of old.
Love it.
My last finisher, my favorite finisher as a kid, Scott Steiner's Frankensteiner.
They banned it. Or he could do it, but they didn't call it that for some reason. Oh, no, he didn't want you to call it that.
Yeah.
He had to call it a Hurricane Rana after that because he owns a Frankensteiner. And that's my namesake, so you can't say it no more. And even Tony Schiavone and everybody's like, no, it's a Hurricane Rana. And Mike Tenay's like, are you sure? And he was like, yes, we've been ordered and demanded that we call it the Hurricane Rana because this is back when I think he was injuring people left and right and they were scared of him or something. He had that, I'll fuck up your career gimmick.
Yeah.
So.
But no, it was... He used it like against a Samoan SWAT team in them back in the early 90s, late 80s.
Oh, yeah. Wild Samoans and shit, yeah.
He singed it to the ropes, jump up, Frankensteiner, pin,
that was
done.
Nice. It's in their game, too.
That was always sick looking to me. It was just,
You put him on the top rope and just flip, got you, and that was it. It's in the game. Love it.
Yeah.
Shout out to my game.
Let's see, there was one special recognition for me going out to Callisto's Hurricane Rana when the opponent's like kneeling. Spikes him face first into the mat.
That is sick.
That looks gross. It looks awesome.
Did you see Rollins versus Neville last night?
No. I didn't see the whole match. I saw the end.
He had a backwards Hurricane Rana. Like he's standing behind him, grabbed his head and flipped him and drilled Rollins neck and head first into the... It was sick. I've seen it.
I've seen it done before, so I
but
can picture
being
exactly
on
what you're
Raw
talking
last
about.
night, it was like Like, oh god, like just one of them reactions. You're like,
he's the future. No,
I can't believe it. Like, that sounded corny as shit, but I can't believe they actually let him hit it. As far as the whole concussion and head injury thing that they're actually going through right now.
And you gotta wonder if they got approval for that before the match.
Right. So it's
hey, you think they'll let this fly? I don't know.
Right.
Go for it.
Kind of shocked that they actually let him do it.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, most definitely. So that's my list, and
Yeah, that was my list. You got any others you want to add?
I can't think
anything
of
off the top of your head.
else.
Mrs. Whaley, you got anything?
No,
nothing from Mrs. Whaley.
I mean, we could throw in the Perfect Plex if you want.
Ooh, Perfect Plex was nice.
Yeah.
Also, the three-handled moss-covered credenza.
See, now you're getting into Daniel Bryan territory, and
when we were at Monday, when we were at it was the house show here.
Yeah.
And I forget who hit it. Was it Tyson Kidd?
Might have been.
Yeah. He hit it, and I said that move, and he's like, yes!
Yes!
A Joey Styles moment. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Trying to think of anything else. Rude Awakening.
Rude Awakening, just a classic finisher.
The
Wasn't
neck
anything flashy about it. He's trying to break your fucking neck.
I think I broke his freaking neck. That was great.
Rick Rude against Kurt Angle.
Oh.
I beat Rick Rude with a broken freaking neck.
He's the one that broke my freaking neck.
Alright, shit, we're just fucking rambling now. That's all I got. You're done? I think we're good.
I think I'm good till next time.
Alright. That's us for the Pro Wrestling Fans Podcast. Thanks for listening. Once again, thank you, Roddy Piper, for everything you gave to us and the wrestling world.
Most definitely.
I'm Phil.
I'm Adam.
Thanks.
Later.
It's still real to me, damn it!